Hey, what's up, you guys? You are now tuning in and checking the productions with Nosike, breaking down some of the week's hottest moments in entertainment for all of your entertaining pleasures. So this past October 12th to the 15th weekend, the Revolt Music Conference took over Miami Beach as the event became a space for all who thrived in the music and media field to connect. Now, the 4-day-long networking conference included panels and music showcases where everyone from influencers to producers to music execs and bloggers and journalists all came together to create a space that helped guests of the conference receive a bit of insight into the evolution of the music business. There's one particular panel, though, that not only caught attention, but held a very engaging conversation on the issues within our country, the hip-hop versus Trump panel. The star-studded panel had a 45-minute session that went into overtime for another 15 to 20 minutes, where the RMC 2017 community discussed ways to use the power of hip-hop to effectively challenge and foster change in the Trump era.
That's what I point out. When you look at people who make sacrifices and they don't think about, I'm going to lose this, or, because I acknowledge that.
Okay, so obviously some of the heated conversation ranged from the NFL kneeling controversy to Jamil Hill's suspension from ESPN to overall racism in America. But the bigger focus from the conversation leaned towards what can be changed and how can we change it. So throughout the hip-hop community, the real question then became, how do we create change using the power of voice, just like the culture of hip-hop has always done, towards making a social impact?
But we have to remind ourselves that every time they tried to silence hip-hop always won. Hip-hop being able to overcome the issues when it comes to them trying to silence us, and we must be able to engage in that history, remind ourselves of that now.
As a response at the panel, that in order for change to commence, advertisers that support these corporations like the NFL need to be targeted and dropped in order to engage the owner of all these companies and teams, for instance, like Jerry Jones, owner of the Dallas Cowboys, to ultimately make a change that supports the consumers, us. But yet again, what does that take? For people to use their platforms that they use to engage their networks, to make those calls and let these advertisers know that this community will no longer support you and your business if you continue to make decisions that support pretty much things that don't support us or strengthen our community or help us to grow even in the long run. And that platform can be anything if you can use it to propel the power of your own voice. Now, a question was asked to T.I. on the same panel about what will it take to lift the voices of those who are prepared to use their platform and speak upon the issues that their community really face. In response, T.I. says that there will be a larger voice speaking in unison.
It empowers people who deserve to be empowered. It gives people a voice where they were once voiceless. It gives people ability to do when they once were, immobilized. We have to establish these organizations for this generation that's present. You know what I'm saying? It's stuff going on all around you. You got to figure out what's important to you.
So check it out. The more a platform is used towards speaking the same unison message while supporting those who take a bullet for the people that speak that message, like Colin Kaepernick, the more a change can be actually administered. So no matter how big or small one's platform may be, the more you use your purpose or whatever your divine gift is and understand the issues of the community that you were raised in, you may be able to figure out how your purpose is meant to not only change the environment, change your community, change your neighborhood, change your place, but ultimately change the world. One step at a time. Create the conversation. Use media as a tool. So what was one of the results of all of this that happened at the conference? Well, leading to the progression of this. If I'm the change I seek and my community redefines culture by becoming the culture, how am I engaged with becoming a part of that newly defined culture? How does my impact with this culture impact others? And am I now responsible for setting the new culture for those who come after me? This is Nosike, and you are now checking the productions.